Isn't it wild to think that in an age of advanced technology and scientific breakthroughs, there are still places that completely defy explanation? Some of these locations are beautiful, others are eerie, but all of them are shrouded in mystery. Why do they exist the way they do?
You know, I've traveled around the world to see some of the most amazing geology, but this place just tops it all.
These questions and more surround 20 of the most mysterious places that have left scientists and the rest of us scratching our heads. Let's get started. The Bermuda Triangle. Let's talk about a place that's fascinated and baffled people for decades, the Bermuda Triangle. Even if you've heard about it before, it's worth revisiting the strange and unsolved mysteries tied to this infamous stretch of ocean. Located in the North Atlantic, the triangle connects 3 points: Florida, Bermuda, and the Greater Antilles. Sounds pretty ordinary, right? But what happens here is anything but normal. Over the years, ships and planes have vanished without a trace while crossing this region. Even rescue missions sent to find the missing vessels have mysteriously disappeared. The question remains, where did they go? That's the riddle that has everyone, from conspiracy theorists to scientists, completely stumped. Some people believe the Bermuda Triangle is steeped in supernatural forces, perhaps a portal to another dimension or the work of extraterrestrial beings. Others lean towards scientific explanations like rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, or powerful underwater currents. Whatever the cause, no single theory has been able to explain all the strange phenomena. What keeps this mystery alive is the sheer unpredictability of it all. You might pass through it without a single hiccup, or you could become the next unsolved case. So if you ever find yourself navigating these waters, stay alert. You might just uncover a clue to one of the greatest mysteries on Earth. Or maybe you'll just add to the legend. The Al Nazla Rock Formation. How do you explain a giant sandstone rock that's been sliced so perfectly it looks like it was cut by a laser? That's the Al Nazla Rock Formation in Saudi Arabia, and it's been leaving scientists and visitors completely puzzled. Sitting in the heart of the Taima Oasis, this massive rock is split neatly in two, with each half delicately balanced on small pedestals, almost as if it's defying gravity itself. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. The rock is adorned with ancient petroglyphs showing animals, humans, and symbols. Who carved these, and what do they mean? Nobody knows for sure, and the more you think about it, the stranger it all seems. As for the split, experts debate the cause. Could it be natural? Perhaps erosion, tectonic shifts, or fault lines created this perfect divide? Or is there something more mysterious at play? Some people even toss around theories of ancient tools, advanced technology, or, believe it or not, extraterrestrial involvement. Cano Cristales. If rivers could wear colors, Cano Cristales would be dressed in a stunning rainbow. Known as the Liquid Rainbow, or River of Five Colors, this breathtaking river in Colombia is famous for its vibrant palette of yellow, green, blue, black, and dazzling red hues. So, what's behind this natural masterpiece? It all comes down to a special plant called Macarenia clavigera. These plants grow on the riverbed and shift their colors based on sunlight and water levels, creating a magical, ever-changing display. But here's the kicker. This phenomenon happens only here, nowhere else on Earth. Why so unique? Cano Cristales is located where the Andes Mountains meet the Amazon and Orinoco basins, a rare blend of ecosystems that fosters this natural wonder. Next time you think of rivers, remember this one. It's not just water flowing, it's a masterpiece painted by nature itself. Eternal Flame Fall. In the world, there's a place where fire and water meet most unexpectedly, creating a natural show that feels almost too magical to be real. Sounds wild, right? Well, that's exactly what you'll find at Eternal Flame Falls in New York. It's not just another pretty spot to hike, it's a head-turning, jaw-dropping, wait, how this is even possible kind of place. Here's the deal. There's a flame flickering right behind the waterfall. Yep, a real flame. But look closer, and you'll notice something strange. There's no wood, no matches, nothing obvious keeping it alive. So what's the big secret? How does this flame keep burning? This is where things get seriously cool and a little puzzling. Scientists have scratched their heads over this one for a while, and here's what they've discovered. The flame is fueled by gases like methane, with a dash of ethane, propane, and butane thrown in. But here's the twist. It's not coming from your typical sources. This gas is thought to come from ancient organic matter buried deep beneath the earth for millions of years. Pretty wild, huh? And the mystery doesn't stop there. Beyond the science, this spot is wrapped in legends and whispers of the supernatural. Some visitors swear the flame has an almost spiritual vibe. There are stories about ghostly sightings, time-warping tricks, and other eerie happenings near the falls. Whether you believe in the mystical or not, it adds a layer of intrigue you can't help but wonder about. The Pyramid of Cuicuilco. Right in the middle of bustling Mexico City lies an ancient gem that many people overlook, the Pyramid of Cuicuilco. Unlike the sharp, towering pyramids we're used to seeing, this one stands out for its unique circular shape. Built by an unknown civilization that thrived around 1200 BC, this pyramid holds the secrets of what might be the oldest city in the Valley of Mexico. Excavations suggest that the people of Cuicuilco were farmers and deeply spiritual, worshipping a deity known as the Old God of Fire. Ironically, it's fire that may have brought their downfall. Lava and ash from a volcanic eruption buried much of the area, snuffing out their civilization and leaving behind the ruins we see today. Now, this ancient site is protected as both an archaeological treasure and a nature reserve. Nestled among modern neighborhoods, it's a strange blend of old and new. But adventure seekers, beware. Wild snakes and other dangers lurk in the surrounding area. Visiting Cuicuilco is like stepping back in time, but don't forget to tread carefully. Who knows what other mysteries this ancient ruin might still be hiding? The Barabar Caves in India. Think of a place so ancient, it feels like time itself started there. The Barabar Caves in India are over 2,000 years old. So old they predate castles, kings, and even some of the oldest stories we know. But these caves aren't just simple holes in the ground. They're like perfectly carved chambers hidden in solid rock. How did people back then create such smooth walls and precise designs without the tools we have today? It's a mystery that baffles experts to this day. Step inside and you'll find symbols and markings etched onto the stone, like a secret code left behind. These caves were once home to the Ajivikas, a group of monks who followed incredibly tough practices, like wandering without clothes and fasting for long periods. They vanished long ago, leaving behind no written records, just their mysterious caves. The Barabar Caves are more than just historical landmarks. They're windows into a world we'll never fully understand. Each question they raise feels like a chapter in a story waiting to be unraveled, and that's what makes them so captivating. Skellig Michael. Rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, Skellig Michael is a place that seems pulled straight from the pages of mythology. This rugged island, named after the Archangel Michael, has a history that speaks of resilience, faith, and human ingenuity. Back in the 6th century, Christian monks carved out a life on this remote rock, building a Gaelic monastery and living in simple stone beehive huts. For centuries, it was their sanctuary, until the 13th century when they left, turning Skellig Michael into a sacred pilgrimage site for those seeking solitude and spiritual connection. Getting to Skellig Michael isn't easy, and climbing its 618 steep, weather-worn steps is a real test of endurance. But the reward, a view that feels like it belongs to another world, and a chance to stand where ancient monks once meditated in silence, far from civilization. The island is also a wildlife sanctuary. It's home to one of the world's largest colonies of gannets and puffins. These birds transform the craggy cliffs into a vibrant, noisy haven during breeding season, making Skellig Michael a must-visit for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts alike. Beyond the birds and breathtaking views, the real intrigue lies in the mysteries of its construction. How did monks in the 6th century manage to build a monastery on such an isolated and unforgiving rock? With no modern tools or resources, they carved steps, built shelters, and survived harsh conditions. Was it sheer determination, divine inspiration, or something else entirely? Adding to its mystique is the island's connection to Celtic mythology. Some legends suggest it was a site of ancient rituals long before the monks arrived. hinting at an even older, hidden history waiting to be uncovered. Skellig Michael isn't just a journey into the past, it's a place that continues to challenge and inspire those who visit. Kawah Ijen. Deep in Indonesia, there's a lake that looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. Kawah Ijen is nestled inside a volcano, holding the world's largest acidic lake, with a pH so low it could rival car battery acid. But its eerie turquoise glow isn't the only thing that makes it fascinating. By night, the real magic begins. Blue fire dances around the lake. This isn't ordinary fire, it's created when sulfuric gases from the volcano ignite, turning into liquid sulfur that flows like glowing blue lava. It's both mesmerizing and incredibly rare. Hot enough to melt metal, this fiery spectacle is one of the most unique sights on Earth. Kawah Ijen isn't just a volcano, it's a natural wonder that combines danger, mystery, and beauty like no other. The lost city of the Kalahari, nestled under the endless sands of the Kalahari Desert, spanning Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, is a mystery that has baffled explorers for over a century. Back in the late 1800s, a Canadian adventurer, Guillermo Antonio Farini, claimed to have stumbled upon an ancient city in the middle of this dry wilderness. He described piles of stones, intricately carved blocks, and even structures resembling temples or tombs. Here's where it gets juicy. Nobody else has ever found it. Some say Farini exaggerated or was just plain wrong. Over the years, countless search parties set out, finding strange clues like old boat shapes or odd rock formations, but no definitive city. Many scientists now believe the city was just natural rock formations. But what if it wasn't? Could a forgotten civilization still be buried beneath the shifting sands, waiting to be discovered? The mystery of the Kalahari Desert remains one of Africa's greatest unanswered questions. Hessdalen Lights, Norway. Way up in a quiet corner of Norway, something out of this world is happening. In the little town of Hessdalen, the night sky isn't just about stars. There's a celestial light show that's left people scratching their heads for decades. Bright, mysterious lights, some as big as cars, appear out of nowhere, dancing across the sky. Sometimes they hang around for hours, putting on a show that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. They've become less common over the years, but every now and then, these strange lights still make an appearance. So what's causing this bizarre phenomenon? Well, that's the big question. Scientists have thrown out all kinds of ideas. Maybe it's cosmic rays, piezoelectricity from the area's unique rocks, ball lightning, or ionized gases. The problem? None of these theories quite add up. For now, the Hessdalen Lights remain one of nature's most fascinating mysteries. The Hill of Crosses. There's a place in northern Lithuania that feels like stepping into another world. It's called the Hill of Crosses, and trust me, it's not your average hill. Picture this. A small rise in the land, absolutely covered with thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of crosses and religious symbols. It's beautiful, eerie, and completely unique. No one knows exactly how it all started, and that's part of the charm. Over the years, stories and legends have popped up, each one adding to the mystery. Back in 1990, someone counted about 55,000 crosses. By 2006, that number had nearly doubled to over 100,000, and it just keeps growing. What's really mesmerizing is the way the rosaries dangle in the wind, creating this hauntingly beautiful melody. You'll see everything from icons of saints to photos of local heroes, each one left by someone with a story to tell. And here's the kicker. Despite efforts to destroy it over the years, this sacred site has stood strong, almost like it's being protected by something greater. Could it be the spirits of those who rest nearby? Or maybe it's just a testament to the unwavering devotion of the people who pilgrimage there. Either way, it's a sight you'll never forget. The Cave of Crystals, Mexico. Now, let's take a trip underground to a place straight out of science fiction. The Cave of Crystals in Mexico. Hidden beneath the mountains near the Nika mine, this incredible spot was discovered by accident in 2000 by two miners. What did they find? Absolutely mind-blowing. Inside the cave, gigantic white crystals stretch out in every direction. And when I say gigantic, I mean 39 feet long and 3 feet wide. So big, they make you feel like you're in some kind of otherworldly cathedral. These crystals, formed through a process called nucleation, jut out at wild angles, filling the horseshoe-shaped cavern with a surreal beauty. Here's the mystery. How did these crystals grow to such insane sizes? Scientists say it's thanks to the mineral-rich waters inside the cave, but even that doesn't fully explain why these crystals are so much bigger than any others nearby. Same conditions, same minerals, yet no other formations come close to the sheer scale of these. The cave isn't just a natural wonder, it's a scientific puzzle that keeps drawing in researchers and adventurers alike. It's hot, humid and tough to explore, but for those who venture in, the Cave of Crystals offers an once-in-a-lifetime view of Earth's hidden magic. Derinkuyu, Turkey. Turkey is home to a secret world hidden just beneath your feet. Derinkuyu, an ancient underground city that's as fascinating as it is mysterious. Imagine stumbling upon a place where entire communities once lived, completely hidden from invaders. This isn't just some cave system. It's an 18-level masterpiece carved out of volcanic rock by ancient Anatolian settlers. What's wild is how sophisticated it is. Researchers exploring its depths found everything you'd need to live completely off the grid. Kitchens, bathrooms, living quarters, food storage rooms, wine presses, schools, churches, and even spaces for storing weapons. It could hold up to 20,000 people at once. It's hard to believe that centuries ago, people built such a massive, self-sustaining refuge without modern tools. The secret lies in the volcanic ash that covered the region long ago, leaving behind a soft rock called tuff that's easy to carve but strong enough to last. This city wasn't just a shelter, it was a lifeline for generations, helping entire populations vanish underground when danger came knocking. Derinkuyu isn't just a relic of the past, it's a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Exploring its labyrinthine tunnels feels like stepping into a time machine. Qin Shi Huang's tomb. China's got one of the biggest archaeological puzzles on the planet. The tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of unified China. You've probably heard of his terracotta army, discovered by farmers in 1974. Thousands of clay soldiers, each one unique, were built to protect him in the afterlife. But here's the kicker. The emperor's actual tomb hasn't been opened, and no one knows exactly what's inside. Ancient texts describe it as nothing short of jaw-dropping. Picture an underground palace surrounded by a mini-kingdom, with rivers of mercury said to flow through it. Sounds like something out of a legend, right? But here's where it gets tricky. Researchers can't just barge in. The tomb's fragile state and the potential presence of toxic mercury make it a massive challenge to excavate safely. For now, it remains an untouchable mystery. What treasures lie buried with the emperor? What secrets does his tomb hold? The answers might be waiting just below the surface, but unlocking them is another story. Patom Crater, Russia. Siberia's mysterious nest. Way out in the Siberian wilderness stands a strange formation that looks like something from a sci-fi movie. It's called Patom Crater, and at 131 feet tall, it resembles a giant bird's nest with a massive egg right in the middle. Pretty wild, right? At first, scientists thought it was caused by a meteor strike, but here's the kicker. No meteor fragments were ever found. That left researchers scratching their heads and scrambling for new theories. Adding to the mystery is the barren landscape surrounding the crater. Dense forests cover the area, but no trees grow on or near the crater itself. It's like nature hit the pause button there, and if that's not eerie enough, locals have reported strange phenomena around the site. Despite years of study, the origins of Patom Crater remain one of Russia's greatest unsolved mysteries. Doubletree of Casorzo, Italy. In Casorzo, Italy, there's a tree that has scientists and nature lovers doing a double take. Known as the Bialbero di Casorzo, or double tree, it's exactly what it sounds like, a cherry tree growing on top of a mulberry tree. And here's the wild part, both trees are alive and thriving. At first glance, you might think it's some kind of optical illusion. Two trees perfectly aligned in one spot? It must be a clever camera trick, right? Nope, this is 100% real. Against all odds, the cherry tree found a way to root itself on the mulberry tree, defying what we thought we knew about how plants grow. Nature is full of surprises, but this one takes the cake. It's a living reminder that sometimes even the impossible can flourish. Nazca Lines, Peru, ancient art that defies explanation. Stretching across 170 square miles of Peru's desert, the Nazca Lines are an ancient marvel that's as mysterious as it is mesmerizing. These massive geoglyphs, crafted around 500 BCE, depict animals, humans, and abstract patterns, all so enormous they can only be fully appreciated from the air. They're so big, you can only fully see them from the sky. How did they pull this off? The process was surprisingly simple, yet genius. The Nazca people removed the top layer of dark stones to reveal the lighter sand underneath, creating crisp, striking designs. But here's the mystery. Why? These massive drawings weren't visible to anyone standing on the ground, so what was the point? Experts are still scratching their heads. Some believe the lines had religious or ceremonial purposes, guiding rituals to honor the gods. Others think they may have marked water sources or were part of an ancient calendar. And of course, there's the theory that aliens were somehow involved. Because why not? Whatever the true purpose, the Nazca Lines remain one of history's most intriguing puzzles. An ancient canvas that continues to awe and mystify us. Want to solve the mystery? You'll have to head to Peru and see them for yourself. The mysterious Barak Plateau, Kazakhstan. Have you ever heard of a place so strange that even time seems to lose its way? Tucked away in the vast landscapes of Kazakhstan lies the Barak Plateau, a place locals ominously call the place of no return. Creepy, right? Legends tell of people who entered this enigmatic region only to vanish completely. Or worse, return after years with eerie tales of time glitches and UFO sightings. But why does this happen? That's the million-dollar question, and even the brightest scientific minds haven't cracked it yet. Here's the kicker. This plateau wasn't always the barren, spooky landscape it is today. Once, it was an island in the Aral Sea, but as the waters dried up, it became an isolated, otherworldly expanse. Now it's infamous not just for its eerie legends, but also for bizarre phenomena, like people mysteriously turning blue after spending a night there. And if that wasn't unsettling enough, there's a graveyard filled with fresh graves. But here's the twist. Nobody knows who's buried there, or who's doing the burying. It's the kind of place that leaves you with goosebumps, even just talking about it. So let me ask you, if someone offered you millions to visit the Barak Plateau, would you take the chance? Just remember, the locals have a warning for anyone brave or reckless enough to go. Coming back isn't always part of the deal. The Apennine Colossus. Imagine standing before a statue so massive and mysterious, it feels like it could come to life at any moment. Meet the Colosso dell'Appennino, a jaw-dropping creation nestled near Florence, Italy. This isn't just any sculpture, it's a 16th century masterpiece by the genius Flemish sculptor Giambologna, and it's full of surprises that even today's engineers find hard to explain. Here's where it gets really cool. This colossal figure isn't just a stone sculpture, it's like stepping into a secret world. Inside, there are 3 hidden levels, each with its own unique design and purpose. Think of it as the ultimate hide-and-seek destination, only for adventurers. But the surprises don't stop there. This statue can breathe smoke, sweat, and even cry. Yep, it's all thanks to a clever network of water pipes ingeniously designed centuries ago. And if you look closely, you'll notice slits in its eyes and ears, perfect for eavesdropping on anyone nearby. Oh, and did I mention the giant is casually clutching a sea monster that creates a pond below? Talk about multitasking. Even with all our modern technology, this masterpiece has experts scratching their heads. How did they pull off such mind-blowing effects in the 1500s? What other secrets might this giant be hiding? It's a question that keeps sparking curiosity and probably will for years to come. Would you dare to explore the hidden world inside this stone behemoth? The Devil's Kettle, Minnesota. There's this spot in Minnesota that's equal parts stunning and straight-up baffling. In Judge C.R. Magny State Park, right along the Brule River, lies one of nature's biggest mysteries. The Devil's Kettle. Sounds intriguing already, doesn't it? Here's what makes it so weird. The river hits a rocky divide. On one side, the water flows down a regular 2-step waterfall, nice and normal. But on the other side, the water plunges into a massive hole and just vanishes. No one knows where it goes. It's like the river's playing a disappearing act with no big reveal. For years, people have tried to crack the case. They've tossed ping-pong balls, dye, logs, even GPS trackers into that hole, hoping for a clue. But guess what? Nothing ever turns up. Not in the lake, not downstream, not anywhere. It's as if the water's slipping into some secret portal to another dimension. Scientists have had their theories, hikers have their guesses, and the legend hunters, oh, they've got stories for days, but so far, no one's nailed down the truth. The Devil's Kettle isn't just a waterfall, it's a mystery that keeps pulling people back, hoping for answers. So if you're the kind of person who loves a good puzzle or just wants to see something truly mind-blowing, this is the spot for you. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to solve the mystery of where that water really goes. Wow, what a journey that was! These mysteries keep us curious about what else might be out there. If you've got your own theories or favorites, we want to hear them. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more incredible discoveries. Until next time.